The difference between the man who achieves success and the man who does not is not necessarily in brain capacity. More often, the difference is in the use men make of their latent ability. I do not merely suspect that this is true. I know it is. I have gained this knowledge through first-hand experience analyzing men. Usually, the man who develops and uses all his latent powers is the one with plenty of self-confidence. What is self-confidence? I will tell you what it is. It is the little glass window through which you may look and see the real manpower within your body. Self-confidence is self-discovery, finding out who you are and what you can do. It is the banishment of fear. It is the acquisition of mental courage. It is the turning on of the light of human intelligence through the use of common sense. It was self-confidence plus enthusiasm and concentration that caused the birth of the world's greatest inventions. Most people are going through their lives wishing for success, wishing for abundance, wishing for money. Let me speak to you plainly. The difference between the average man and the exceptional man is not intelligence, luck, or talent. It is consistency. The man who acts only when he feels like it is a slave to his mood. The man who acts whether he feels like it or not is the master of his destiny. Consistency is the act of showing up again and again until your decision becomes second nature, until the work that once required willpower becomes as automatic as breathing. Talent without consistency is wasted. Intelligence without consistency is idle. Without decisive action, even opportunity, yes, even opportunity itself, will pass you by if you do not meet it with consistency. For more than 25 years, I have seen men rise from nothing, not because they were the most gifted or the most connected, but because they understood this principle. Discipline is the bridge between desire and achievement. Listen to me. Let me speak to you clearly. The man who rises is not the man who is lucky. It's not the man who makes friends with distractions. It's the man who masters their attention. This is the secret of your success. Attention is your power. Focused attention is more valuable than strength, more valuable than wealth or knowledge. The man who controls their attention controls their life. The man who drifts has a weakened soul when attention is scattered. Hear me out. You do not choose your thoughts, you inherit them. You look where they are told you to look. You desire what you are trained to desire, and that's why you've mistaken distraction for freedom. The man who rises sees attention as the root of character. What you focus on becomes a habit. Habit becomes character, and character becomes your destiny. Attention was never neutral. It either strengthened your mind or slowly dissolved it through distractions, endless scrolling, gossiping, and indecisiveness. You must build your discipline around the decisiveness of purpose. Your identity follows your attention. Scattered attention is the root of mediocre man. A man who cannot hold attention cannot hold values, cannot hold truth, cannot hold direction. This is why you must train your attention deliberately through restraint, through repetition, through silence. Attention came before choice. Before you decide what to believe, you decide what to notice. Before you act, you attend. Successful men believe reclaiming attention was the first act of self-mastery because a person who controls their attention controls their inner world, and a person who controls their inner world cannot be easily controlled by others or any force from the outside. There are a couple of things that you must know to be successful, and let me explain what they are. This is not some academic study. An educated man is not necessarily one who has an abundance of general or specialized knowledge. An educated man is one who has so developed the faculties of his mind that he may acquire anything he wants or its equivalent without violating the rights of others. If you look around, you will see that majority of rich and successful people didn't attend college or didn't finish it or didn't even go to a high school. They master one thing, their thoughts. Your thoughts are vibration. Your emotions are vibration. Your identity is vibration. Most men do not believe in the power of their subconscious mind, and that's why so many people are still struggling for success. And understand that your subconscious mind is a transmitter. It takes the signal of who you are and radiates it into the field. And that field, the quantum universe, sends back experiences that match the signal you send out. And so if you want to change your life, stop fighting the outer world. Change the frequency of your inner one. And the way you change it is by making a decision. That means stop saying, I'll believe it when I see it. Start saying, I'll see it when I believe it, because your mind does not follow reality. Reality follows your mind. Charles F. Honnell, in the Master Key System, wrote, "The subconscious mind cannot argue controversially. If it has accepted a suggestion, it acts on it. It works by deduction only. It accepts the premises laid down for it and acts accordingly. That means it does not question you. If you say, I am a magnet for abundance, it starts moving toward abundance. If you say, I am a magnet of wealth, it starts moving toward wealth so long as you feel it. If you say, I am always unlucky, it makes sure that pattern repeats. Your subconscious mind is not trying to punish you. It's not trying to fight you. It's simply following the orders you've given it, often without even knowing you were giving them. And those orders have been spoken for years, maybe decades, quietly, subtly, in thoughts like, I'm not good enough, or I'm just not good with money. I'm too old to change. People like me don't win, or success is for someone else. Let me speak to you clearly. You can end that programming right now, right here, with a decision. The same way you once accepted the lie, you can now install the right mindset. You can say, my past does not define me. I command my subconscious to serve my highest good. I now demand of life unlimited wealth, and I offer in return unwavering purpose, relentless action, and service that exceeds the ordinary. But you must believe it. You must cultivate an unshakable belief that you will achieve your goal. You are the master of your destiny. You can influence, direct, and control your own environment. You can make your life what you want it to be. You cannot vibrate on the frequency of greatness while practicing habits of weakness. You cannot call yourself a king while living like a pawn. You cannot expect a harvest from seeds you never planted. The rich do not gamble, they engineer. They do not wait, they work. They do not wish, they will. Say this aloud, I now demand of life unlimited wealth, and I offer in return unwavering purpose, relentless action, and service that exceeds the ordinary. What is willpower but the ability to command the self against the noise of the world? It is choosing what must be done over what you feel like doing. It is ignoring the clamor of doubt, of fatigue, of fear, and answering only to vision, to purpose, to the grand design you have chosen for your life. You must train your will as you would train your body. Stand by your desire until it becomes the dominating obsession of your life, creating a state where failure isn't an option. Repetition, resistance, resilience. Joseph Murphy taught the world that the subconscious mind is a servant. It follows instructions without question. But the tragedy is this. Most people are terrible masters. They feed their subconscious with fear, laziness, and distraction, and then wonder why their life collapses into the same broken pattern. You must reprogram the mind by commanding it with new language, new images, new affirmations, spoken with intensity, repeated with belief, acted on with conviction. Whatever your mind can conceive, the mind can achieve it. Repeat this every day to program your mind for success and to shape your reality and vision for your life. The subconscious mind is soil. If you plant weeds of worry, do not expect a harvest of wealth. So speak to yourself as if you were already rich. Repeat that daily. I am so happy and grateful that I have the riches of my definite chief aim now. I command wealth, confidence, and opportunity into my life daily. This is not superstition. This is a spiritual law. You can have financial abundance or whatever you want with persistent effort, not just wishing, but with definiteness of purpose and a burning desire. Think of one man who already commands his future. Move as the man who knows that what he wants is already in motion, drawn toward him by the magnetic power of his unwavering certainty. Gratitude is the fuel for this magnetic force, not passive gratitude, the kind that waits until things go right to say thank you. Practice gratitude every day. Thanks the universe before the riches arrive. Repeat it every morning before sunrise. I am already rich, and the world is simply catching up to the vision I hold. I command wealth, confidence, and opportunity into my life daily. Every master of wealth understands this. Gratitude is not a feeling, it is a frequency. And when you tune your emotions to gratitude, you align with abundance. Ogmundino called gratitude the seed from which joy grows, and joy, when rooted in purpose, becomes power. Not the flimsy power of ego, but the deep, immovable power of certainty. Make this affirmation your daily mantra. I am thankful for the adversities that have crossed my path, for they have taught me tolerance, sympathy, self control, perseverance, and other virtues. But let's be clear, life will test you. That is not a punishment. That is the process, the fire that purifies the steel of your soul. Obstacles are not blocks on the path, they are the path. But remember that patience, persistence, and perspiration make an unbeatable combination for success. You will not achieve success without a definite goal with a definite plan to reach it.